Welcome back to another Saturday edition. Right, hey, look, we got. There you go. Oh, that sounds
that
better.
yes.
I say we might just be muted a little bit.
Just a
Just hold on.
Where? There it is. That's what I'm looking for.
So today,
Mhm.
I haven't been following a lot of games. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of odds and ends here and there. Hey, that looks like. Anyway, what? Legit thing. So we're going to talk about apparently GameStop changing the Pro Rewards program. I need to get like a wireless. And what else we got on the list today? The Disney Star Wars Land and its opening procedures. I just thought that was interesting since that's approaching too, and that's something I would like to eventually get out to see. And then the new Mario Kart phone game, and pretty much just rando news. Anything anyone else has. If there's time at the end, we're gonna rank consoles, but I don't think we're gonna have time for top 10. We can do top 5, and then we can actually do a one of those. We'll find that pattern everybody's using. We can actually do it next time up on the screen.
Well, for now we could give our top 3 and then later do the tier thing.
Yeah, I mean that could be fun.
Okay.
Be doofy anyway. So yeah, this GameStop thing. Apparently, GameStop is doing away with their well, not doing away with, changing their PowerUP Pro thing. Apparently, I'm hearing that the magazine's going out of print.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh well, that was like a big part of their sales pitch was you
get a magazine.
You get a magazine with previews and reviews. I didn't.
Well, let's look a bit deeper. I had heard that. I didn't know if that was a real thing.
Because that was actually that's actually what intrigued me to get the reward or the card or whatever.
Well, I mean, kind of sucks, but like, what's the point of print anymore?
I mean, it's
just because you can get everything at your fingertips.
I'll have to say there were a couple issues with cool cover. Like there was the RPG issue that I'm gonna keep because it was like the cover art, and like the articles were good. So there were a couple things that I'm gonna keep. The rest of them I just toss.
That's the only reason I hang on to a lot of them is the cover arts are nice.
Because like eventually you could frame them or display them or something.
There we go. Nintendo enthusiasts. There are reference here. Here, fees, subscriptions soon change. 19.99. Members used to be able to get a 10% discount on used games and accessories. This is not included in the newly revamped version. Instead, you get a $5 monthly coupon.
See, that's not going to be enough to bring people in. $5.
Unless you can save them up and add them all together.
You might not be able to, though.
I think it goes
monthly.
It might. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. Is that it's a monthly coupon and expires after.
I think but it goes to anything. Like, as opposed to just being used accessories, it also goes to new.
Still, though.
Also, that means like their collectible toy line.
That's not a very,
which is neat.
It's not a very decent discount. And like,
I mean, you're only paying $20 a year for it. So total, I mean, you get, $5 every.
You get $60. You're making 3 times your money back on your investment as long as you use it.
But here's the thing: is do you have to use it within that month? Because at that point, you're not really saving money. Like you are a little bit, but like you're spending more money than you would have. It's a sales tactic. They're saying, hey, you've got $5. Better come in and spend it before it expires. It's one of those underhanded sales tactics to make you go into the store and buy things that you don't really need or that you wouldn't have otherwise bought.
Okay, let me go back on that. It seems that you still get your Game Informer magazine. I just heard the Game Informer was going under. Maybe that was just a separate incident. It had nothing to do with this at all. I just heard that Game Informer was going to be botching their physical copies. So it's likely not related to this, but this is the new chart that you see here. I can let everyone else.
Isn't Game Informer owned by GameStop? So how is it going under? That means that whole
They're choosing to do away.
Well, then that means that part of that display is wrong then. Because
there you go. For anybody watching, you can see what we're talking about down below.
Unless they have another magazine that would take its place, like an outside source.
No.
Well, then that means that that's inaccurate. Because you're not going to get a magazine if.
Well, I mean, like
GameStop
I said, these are tentative plans, is what I've heard.
I know, but that's the thing.
And it's the way it's gonna.
Yeah, that whole division will be.
Print's gonna go away. It's a shame. Like the only print I see hanging around, and even not very long, is probably newspapers. But
skate magazines are.
Yeah, because assuming they don't make a digital edition of it.
No, there are, but there's a good reason to keep skate magazines around, because you can carry them with you, and you can see with the sequences and stuff like that. Sure. You can see how they're doing the trick, so you can learn how to do it.
Yeah, huh?
What'd you call it?
I didn't call anything. You said you were taking care of it, so I didn't.
But it'll be a sad day when Thrasher goes out, and
I think they'll be one of the last holdouts.
Well, yeah, because that's the magazine. You have I don't even think Slap's around anymore. Rest in peace, Jake Phelps, by the way.
I don't know who that is either.
He was the main head runner of the magazine. He died recently. But that's anyway.
I don't know.
I don't like the direction that is going, but I won't be too upset because I just won't buy into it next year.
It still says you get the extra. Oh, that's the percentage of extra trade credit. I don't know.
Well, how often do you guys actually go there and
hardly ever?
Okay, so,
I go there and look every now and then.
Okay, so
see if there's anything that I could use.
So this really wouldn't affect any of us that much then.
No.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh.
I have no reason to go there when I can get better deals elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen other comments that are in support of the move. I just think that my personal view with GameStop is they kind of shot themselves in the foot when they bought all their competition.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, I had mentioned at some point to you guys that I thought they should have tried the digital storefront thing. Apparently, they bought a software back in 2009, 2011, somewhere around there, that allowed you to buy games digitally and install them, kind of like Steam. I did not know that existed ever. So, did you know?
No, I didn't know.
Did that fail?
It's probably something that failed.
They didn't. No, it hung around till 2014.
What was it called?
Impression?
This is interesting.
I've never even.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking. I didn't even know they made an attempt. Impulse was what it was called.
I've never even heard of it.
I've heard of the software, but I'd never actually.
Now, was this for console or just PC?
That's PC.
Just PC. Okay.
Because I said that they should move into the digital store space. I didn't even know they tried. I'd never heard about it.
It sounds like they didn't try very hard.
I didn't hear about it in the store. I could imagine employees in stores not wanting to pitch that because
commission.
No, just kills their in-store sales. Why would somebody come to the brick and mortar store to buy your PC game when you can buy it online?
Well,
you can't even buy most PC games in store anymore.
Yeah, I didn't think you could.
You can
buy some.
You can buy The Sims and World of Warcraft, and that's about it.
Yeah, whatever. They don't even have a section.
Don't judge me.
They don't even have a section. I don't think.
Yeah, I know.
They have a corner.
That's sad.
Or
they have a shelf. Yeah. A single half of a shelf. For PC games, and it's usually, like I said, it's usually got World of Warcraft, The Sims, and I see Diablo on occasion. But
otherwise you're just buying a little card on a rack.
Yeah, otherwise they have a couple others I can't think of, a couple random ones, but those are the main three that are usually there. There's almost at any store now.
And I thought about that. I was like, okay, that's odd. That's weird. Because I never knew about it.
I've never heard of it. I didn't even, like I said,
I would have probably tried it just to see.
I would have at least looked into it, maybe. I probably wouldn't have used it.
I'm
pretty
not,
dedicated to Steam.
I'm not.
I'm not dedicated to Steam. I just
Steam
see
has
no
good
reason to go
sales.
elsewhere.
Steam has
Well,
such
apparently
good
they had sales rivaling Steam.
Did they?
Apparently, yes. That's what I find funny. Is like they just
How was their return policy? I wonder though.
Steam didn't have a return policy up until a couple of years ago. Anyway,
They had one, and they just made it more streamlined recently.
no, it was absolute booty.
Because now it does it automatically for you. Before you still had to wait for a human to go through and verify your return.
Yeah, I remember the last PC disc I got. I think it was Left 4 Dead.
I didn't realize. Well, I guess that would
on
be
PC in 2006.
Wow.
Wait, no, I do have physical copies of Reaper of Souls because I bought the big collector's edition. So I do have that, and yeah, so that would have been the last PC game I bought a physical copy of. Would have been Reaper of Souls, probably.
The last physical game that I bought, I think, was Diablo 3.
I miss big box PC games. I still have all of my PC game boxes at home somewhere. Or
my dad
my
still
parents'
has
house hiding somewhere.
My dad still has that big battle chest from Diablo.
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
No, I found all the pieces to it. He had
We have the box.
the limited edition. Where?
It's over at home. I've seen it before.
I must see this thing because it's got D&D character sets for Diablo 2 and D&D game modules.
I think I vaguely remember seeing those back whenever.
And
he
I
first
would
had
use
it.
the hell out of those because he said if I can find it, I can copy them, or I can take them. I don't know, but he was gracious enough to let me get a copy of his official disc for Diablo 2 soundtrack. I love having that in lossless. I mean, it's obviously not high res, but it's the highest res I'm gonna get it, and I can't buy it in a better collection from iTunes. So nothing better than a CD taking up 100 megabytes on your computer. Actually, I think each of my CDs now, when I rip them, takes about 600 megabytes, 600 to 800 megabytes. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know GameStop had a digital storefront. It was very weird to find that out. To be like saying, you guys should have tried this. You should have done that, just to be told, hey.
We did.
Yeah.
We did it.
Shadow says he's got the Diablo 2 Collector's Edition with all the D&D stuff somewhere too.
I'm jealous.
That's like
buddy.
that's like apparently
jealous.
that's a thing. No one like it's like I got it. It's somewhere. I don't know where, but it's somewhere.
I have there are two special editions because I have a Diablo 2 special edition that came with a shirt, and it was a huge box, and it came with Diablo 1. And it says collector's edition. It's one of those big box PC games, and
Like
it doesn't have the
collection.
soundtrack. It doesn't have the D&D. So if you didn't get the out of the gate collector set, then you would have never known. So I was I didn't even find out about it till not too long ago, and I was just a little bit bummed. Because I was like, man, that sucks. 'Cause I would have liked to have had that. I think I got the collector's set that came with what was the expansion? That Lord of Destruction? Yeah. Still a good game, by the way. Still a good game. Blizzard, if you're listening, I would still play Diablo 2 on the Switch. You didn't bring it to the DS. You let me down there, but you have a chance to save yourself.
And the last PC game I bought was the Half-Life collection.
You bought it on PC?
This would be like soon after I moved here, so like 2000.
Oh, my chat. Just like, but he did say.
Yeah, so it was like 2004 when I got it, and it had the original Half-Life.
I miss CB games. Rest in peace.
And
that.
it also came with a version where you played as the security guard.
Yeah,
that
Blue
For
Ship.
what game?
Yeah, Blue Ship. That one was fun.
What game is that?
The Half-Life collection.
EB
I
and
never
Funko Land.
really
Those are the
played
greatest
Half-Life.
things ever.
Like that collection was fun.
Did you know, like, you've seen how expensive, like, the Donkey Kong Country series are, right? Like, in used?
No, I haven't looked into that.
They're one of the more expensive Super Nintendo games.
They kept their value. Is that what you
Well,
mean?
I mean, they sold for $100 when they launched, so no, they didn't keep their value, but they're still fairly expensive, all things considered.
Okay, all right.
I think $20-25. That's still a little bit up there for a game at that age.
All right.
But I remember at Funko Land in like 2000, in the mid 2000s, you couldn't walk into one without them trying to chuck an inbox copy of Donkey Kong Country 2 at you.
Really?
Like, Funko Land was where you went to get retro games at the time, and I don't mean... Okay, so Funko Land was where you went in the age of the GameCube, the 64, or not 64, but PS2 and Xbox to get your Super Nintendo, your 64 games.
I didn't know that.
And it may have been actually a lot earlier in the 2000s than that. But I do remember Funko Land carried everything old. They weren't so big on the new stuff, but like I remember they had cases in the wall that honestly it looked like it was an old Jungle Gyms where they had the hollowed out cases for pets to display. Except they had games in there and little displays. And they had stack upon stack of in-the-box copies of Donkey Kong Country 2. Like cheap as hell. You go to buy that now, it costs you a lot of money to get it in the box. And I was just wondering, like, it's always fun when you find things like retro games, or like some guy in South America bought a warehouse, found a pallet full of Nintendo product that had never been opened.
So good?
Yeah,
good
like
condition?
Game Boys, everything. Yeah, it was just sitting in a pack.
I'm surprised they weren't weathered. That's pretty cool.
I mean, apparently the place was taken care of, just nobody bothered to clean it out.
That's cool.
And so he got like
treasure.
like 30 Game Boys, like original Game Boys in their boxes.
Yeah.
God, I was like, man, why can't I get that?
Well, start buying property, dude.
Well,
that's what you want, but you're not going to do it.
That's a huge
I'm
gamble.
actually looking
It's like
into
a
investing,
one in like...
I'm looking into investing in farmland maybe one day.
The chances of getting something big on those is like so minimal. Usually it's just junk.
I mean, if it were part of my business model, yes, I would be buying up crap. But I don't think it's part of my business model. I am not Jack's failing liver.
Okay.
He bought up property.
I bought one piece of property.
Yeah, but in the middle of a park so that he didn't look suspicious.
Wait, what?
Okay, I see where you're going.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all. That's really all I had to say. Like, I thought that the GameStop shifting was a sign of end times. It seems they're just trying to shift away from only games and give you a chance.
What this looks like, it looks like they're trying to get people to come into the store.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's
That's
your
all-
business.
that's
Wouldn't
all
you
this
want them
is.
to too?
No, two. It makes it seem like with some of the discounts like that they got rid of, it's like, I don't know, it feels like they're desperate.
I mean, they are not doing well in the market right now.
I think they thought buying out ThinkGeek would help them, and it really hasn't. I feel like
I mean, ThinkGeek was even a niche thing when it was.
it's expensive too. Like, it's so expensive. Everything from ThinkGeek, it's all cool stuff, but like
Some of the quality of their stuff's not the greatest.
it's not the
either.
greatest. Like
they're very hit and miss on their quality because they got some things that are like absolutely worth every penny, and they got some things that are kind of like
I don't know about that.
This feels a little sketch.
Like if you take it out of the box, it will fall apart on you.
That's what it feels
Yeah,
like.
they
Like
have,
the Turbo Man Espanol. Nobody's seen Jingle All the Way.
no.
It's been a long time.
They have like a Master Sword umbrella that I still do want, but it feels really flimsy and like the paint jobs are really botchy on it, and they want like $30-40 for it.
And for which one?
For the Master Sword umbrella.
Oh yeah, and it's made of that cheap nylon that'll just unravel.
That and like the plastic for like the handle just feels really cheap.
I wouldn't be so concerned about the handle. The handle should hold up fine. But I'd be more worried about the casing unraveling, things like that. I don't know.
I don't know. There's just...
But I don't know that that's necessarily ThinkGeek. I think that
it is. I think it
Nintendo's
is.
been known to license out to some pretty cheap providers sometimes. But so yeah, moving on to Galaxy's Edge. Place I want to see is the new Star Wars land in Disney, but they have apparently a policy for the first month of its opening where not only do you need a ticket to the park proper, you need to reserve your time in the land. which means, and you have 4 hours apparently to get everything done. And this is for crowd control so that everybody can get in. But the only reason I found out about it, and and I follow Disney stuff because I like their parks. I think they're a fun place to go, great things to do. Expensive, mind you, but it's because I follow theme park history podcasts and YouTube series, so I can learn about parks around the world, histories of the parks that I like to go to, rides that have since closed, archival footage, things like that. And he was covering the new land. He's talking about you have 4 hours to get in and out, and you have to have a ticket. But that's all I knew about it. I haven't seen announcements anywhere. I mean, I just Googled it, show you the pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any announcements in any of the top hits on Google saying you need to do this. So I can see a bunch of families planning trips around this and not knowing. Now, I assume the biggest of the fans are going to be digging through information as much as they can, so they're going to be prepared. But like, you have that one family that just they like Star Wars. Let's go see the new land. It'll be cool. Hagrid's motorbike's opening down the road at a Universal. So two birds, one stone. But they don't know to make their reservation. Reservations are limited, obviously. So I thought that was kind of a weird way to do it. It's neat because if you want to see the land with no crowds, this is probably going to be the best way to do it. But it still kind of sucks. And reservations are free. I got to mention that because, it becomes crap. They're like, not only you got to buy a ticket, you got to pay for your reservation, son.
Yeah, that makes good. I'd hope Disney, at least while you're purchasing your tickets, that they would disclose it.
I do wonder. Maybe I'll try that later. Go through the purchase process and just see if it prompts me before I finalize my tickets.
It might do that.
Make sure you set for the dates that it opens.
Oh, no fast passes are going to be available in the new land either.
It might be a management thing, where management was like, if you make this announcement, we're going to be so overrun trying to get these reservations straightened out and everything that we're not going to be very organized. So it might be more of that.
I wonder if they reached out to already ticket holders for those weeks. Technically, when you buy a Disney ticket, unless you buy it at the park that day, the dates are generally flexible.
Really?
I don't think the dates are actually tied to the tickets.
Okay.
I think it's just like you buy a 7-day ticket. When you activate it, it's 7 days from the day of activation.
Well, that's
I think that's how it works. It's been a while since we've been, but I'd like to actually get up to Epcot. I would drive down for a 2-day weekend just to get to Epcot before they shut Spaceship Earth down for a 2-year refurb.
I imagine they would send emails.
That's what I was wondering.
Leading up to it, so you're
if
informed.
they have people with or especially people with property reservations that also have a ticket to Hollywood Studios, I would expect. And I want to ride their gondolas, dude.
Wait.
So
have
you been to Disney World? Like when you were younger, did you ever go?
No, I only went with you guys.
So the Disney World had a skyway in it originally. It was
a walkway?
No, a gondola skyway. So it was just little 4-person carts that would pretty much be you would ride up in the air.
Okay.
Like gondolas that go up the side of mountains.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. And you would ride those,
and
it'd take you from one side of the park to the other.
That'd be cool.
Well, they were taken out partly because I'm sure they were just expensive to upkeep in general at the time, but because it was breaking the idea that Walt Disney had for his parks was that you don't need to see more than one land at a time. It breaks the illusion, the magic of the place. That's why Disney World is actually on a second floor. There's a whole utility corridor underneath Disney World where the staff move about, so you never see staff from one area in another. You won't see somebody from
Tomorrowland
in Frontierland, or in the Princess Land.
Yeah, so if you're above it, you could see it all spread out in front of you. That's why
and it breaks that illusion. They go to so much to a point that there's apparently one item in the park that shows in 2 lands, but they remodeled it so that depending on what side you're looking at, it's themed to fit one or the other.
Like they made it fit.
Like a light post or something.
No,
it was like a statue, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a statue that just stuck up over the tree line.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice when we were there. Maybe I did. I just don't remember.
Well, I mean, you can notice it sticks up, but you won't notice that it sticks out because it's modeled to fit wherever you can see it.
That's pretty.
But
detail.
but they got these new gondolas that go from their new budget resorts that go to it's either Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and they move quick. I was looking at them; they're fairly big. Here, I can actually show you one.
Yeah.
The Disney gondolas.
So it's from which hotels?
Oh yeah, this is the you build lightsabers in Galaxy's Edge. I think it's gonna be like anywhere between $150 $200, but they're supposed to be like legit.
That would suck if you go there and you go to Universal and Disneyland. Your parents are like, okay, you have a choice. You can either pick your wand or let it pick you, or you can build your own lightsaber.
The letting
I'd build my own lightsaber. Nope.
We've not done the wand pick you thing yet.
So that's only a one person thing. Like they get a room
it's a rando and it's always a kid.
Wait.
What if it's a room full of adults?
Yeah, well, obviously, come on.
Wait, I thought when you go to the store, it was always random.
It's the wand experience at Universal is it's a mini show.
Oh, that sucks.
And you actually wait in line, and then it goes in, and they pick one person from the crowd.
Screw that.
And generally, it's a kid.
Like here's an extra $300.
And
like
then here's the kicker.
Yeah.
They'll do the whole show with you, and then the wand picks you, but you still have to pay for the wand. I don't know if they get any discount or anything because I've never done it. I've never waited for it because we were like, they're not going to pick us, so there's no point for me to go to see somebody else's kid have fun, and I don't have a kid, so no point for me to sit there and wait for my kid that doesn't exist to have fun. So we've not done it, but I imagine it'd be pretty neat, but it's free. I mean, it's just a thing you can do. Whereas this is like, because I'm curious because you've been able to do the plastic build your own lightsabers there for a long time. It was like $60.
That's not bad.
No, it wasn't. But this I thought was cool. This is the way
Shadow said you can buy a wand after the show. Yeah, so I mean, like other kids can buy a wand, you just don't get picked for the wand is the problem.
Yeah, I broke my Snape wand. Sad.
What?
You broke it?
Snapped somehow. I don't know.
Were you swinging it around?
No.
Yeah, the guys keep it in the box.
I think it was in the wand pocket in my robe, and I was wearing it, and it snapped when it caught on something. Like when I sat. Surprisingly, the break was very clean, and I used glue to put it back together, and it fit well, but it's not the same. But these are their Coke products. That's actually really, really cool.
Those are fun.
I just like to point that out. Like everything in the Star Wars land is apparently being custom themed for the land if they provide it there. So I thought that was interesting. And like many things, they've got diehard enthusiasts. I don't know, what is this? Supposed to be like cigarettes you can buy there?
What?
Oh. No, it's just I guess it just matches with the color scheme going on there, so it just came up in the Google random. So it's just like, what Star Wars themed cigarettes? Go Disney.
I like
Get
those
your black lung on.
I like those bottles though; they're kind of neat.
I do.
They're gonna be expensive though.
I could see kids lobbing those things like grenades.
That's exactly. I was like, they look like little grenades.
Coke bomb. All over the crowd.
Yeah, you put a little what is it? That mint in there. Then you toss it.
A Mentos.
Yeah, put Mentos, shake it up, and
you gotta sing the Mentos song though while you do it. I don't know. I know. I don't know the words, but I know the do 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 do.
Oh my god.
Do do.
Mentos freshness.
You had to do the.
Yeah, at the end.
Thumbs up.
Here's the Disney Skyliner, the new ones. So these are really cool.
Oh, those are cute.
Only some of them are character, but because Disney has this rule with characters, no more. Only one of each character can be within any given line of sight at a time. You will never see two Mickeys in the same area.
You'll never see them do the Spider-Man thing.
What?
Where it's Spider-Man and Spider-Man and they're pointing at each other like it's a meme.
You.
It's a meme.
Oh, I don't know this meme.
Oh, it's
I'll have to look at it, but still.
You didn't invest very wisely, Steven.
That's okay.
It's a great meme.
But anyway, yeah,
Shadow said he can see that commercial now. I think he's talking about the Mentos one. Like,
but you won't.
saying
You
that all
won't
day
be
now.
seeing them.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting. But like, they actually move really, really fast. There's a shot of like just how many of them there are.
The fleet.
Almost like, and they just recently uncovered them all.
Oh.
But some of them have character designs on them. Trying to find some of the ones that were like, here's the 4 teased ones. I think no, that's not. The Guardians of the Galaxy are on them. They look weird. It's very stylized.
They need to update that because Gamora shouldn't be on there.
Like there's the
Spoiler
Star
alert.
Wars one.
Come on. How long has it been?
Oh, there's one I really wanted to see,
How
and
long?
now I can't find the image.
Infinity
of it.
War came out last year. She's been dead since then.
people still do spoiler alerts for Final Fantasy VII. That game's been out for God knows. That's PlayStation
Oh, there we go.
1.
That's one of my first. There's the shots of the loading stations. That's pretty cool.
Huh.
And these things just run all day. It's apparently like a 10-minute trek
That's not too bad.
from the hotels there. Like, okay. Oh, is this it?
So which hotels do they run from? Like, you know, you said the budget hotels. Well, which ones?
I think this is
Like the
actual-
All Stars?
No, don't make me. I'm not downloading a map just to do
Hey, which
this. It runs from the budget resorts, and then
which ones are those though? Are you talking about the All Stars?
Yes,
Okay.
those are
That's
the
what I
budget
asked.
resorts. The Wonder Years or whatever. Okay, here's the original promo. That's the
Wonder
one I'd
Years.
want to ride in. Is the
Oh, the
ghosts,
Haunted Mansion
the
one?
hitchhiking ghost? Yeah, that'd be fun.
That one's cute.
The only downside to these things is they're passively cooled. Like you can open fins that let air in, but there's no cooling on them.
Yeah, being in Florida.
I love those muggy days.
Well, you know what you're getting into when you go down there, so it's not like.
You'd be surprised how many people just don't. It's kind of. I really do want to know where they.
Florida to be so hot and humid.
Oh, even
Right?
funnier. With the remodel of Epcot, they're actually
What?
ripping out those.
What?
They're remodeling Epcot like heavily.
I didn't know that.
But with the remodeling of Epcot, there's
Yeah, get with the pro.
can't see it here. It's not down far enough, but down here is the used to buy plaques that you could have that were supposed to sit there as part of the Millennium Celebration.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they're ripping those out and moving them out to the front of the park because they're almost literally tearing up the entire entrance. The gate will actually be almost right up on Spaceship Earth's ass.
Really?
They're like pulling all that out and redoing it.
Okay.
It's going to be awesome. And then they're putting the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster where Ellen's Energy Adventure was.
Oh,
Oh,
our
okay.
nap ride. No.
I know, that was very sad.
every time every time we go to Disney, we
All I'm
always,
going to think is, where did I take a nap?
so there's times during the day where you just want to relax, just chill out for a while. So
You just
we-
want to get out of the heat.
yeah, and get out of the heat. So we always took
You did
there were
Ellen's
certain-
Energy and everything.
there were certain rides that we would get on that were sleeper rides. So you had like
Splash Mountain.
you had so long to take a nap.
No, you don't sleep on Splash Mountain. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's where you go to cool off. You got to know your rides, son.
That's
You need to sleep.
the
You
joke.
got to go
I
to
know,
like
I-
Haunted Mansion. You got to go to Ellen's Energy Universe. Nemo's not long enough to get your sleep on, but you do get a little nap.
You used to be able to go on the Great Movie Ride and take a nap.
Yeah, that's
now,
gone, too.
That's gone too. They're taking out all the sleeper rides.
Wasn't there a presidential ride?
The
You
Hall
can-
of
Yeah.
Hall of Presidents.
Or is that walking?
No, that's just you're sitting in a general theater.
Oh,
The
okay.
other thing you can do is you can go and do the carousel.
A progress.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's so loud.
it's not that loud. I took a
It's
short
a
nap
great,
in there
big,
once.
beautiful tomorrow.
Shining at the end of every day.
This is
Anyway,
awesome.
it's a catchy song, but yeah. So Ellen's just because how long is that ride?
I like the People Mover because that's 15 minutes. The only problem
Yeah.
is you're in and out of light, so you're not taking a nap there because you can get blinded every time it leaves the dark
Well,
areas.
you need to be prepared and bring those little sleeping.
The little
masks.
sleeping mask. Like I said, the element though, like how long was that ride though? It was a long
I
ride.
think it was 30 minutes.
What?
30,
Yeah, it's like
45 minutes.
like a 30-minute ride.
There's
I
a
don't-
15-minute
So-
opening show.
I don't remember this.
And then there was like a 10-minute video before it went into the dinosaur diorama.
Uh-huh.
The dinosaur diorama was like 8 minutes as it wheeled its way around. And then you went into a closing theater. It was like another 10 minutes.
So like you
Yeah,
just,
that would
you
be
get like
good.
a you get like a
So-
20-minute
and it-
nap.
And you literally don't have to leave the cart. You can, and it never filled up. So you would go to the back row
And you just
and
lay
you just
down.
lay down.
'Cause
and you
there
use
ain't
whatever
nobody
bags
there.
you have with you as a pillow. I would like sleep on that
Oh
ride.
yeah, all of us would. And
Like
then
I love the ride, but I would sleep on it.
it was so quiet. It was
Yeah,
nice. You
yeah.
got to sleep and it's dark and cool and
Yeah, you have
it was
to
like
find something.
Right?
something else, you know. There were a couple
Mm.
times we fell asleep when we went into like what it like rained. We
Rest
went
in
into like
peace, Epcot Ball.
we went into some other little random area and like took naps.
They're not taking the ball out, are they?
No, they're revamping it though. I'd like to get to it before. My thing is, I just want to get to it before they change it,
Mm.
so I can see it as I've known it. They're not supposed to be that close to together.
That's
on the
probably like when they're
Loading.
they're shut down.
Thing. Yeah, apparently. Oh yeah, these are the Ubers you can get in they're minivans
Hmm.
that are
But,
exclusive Disney.
But
Yeah, right. Yeah, those are exclusive Ubers to Disney.
That's cool.
I mean, when you own
Looks
your
like
own
they have,
county.
Right?
Volkswagen Beetles. If you scroll down. Yeah, that. Oh, never mind.
No,
That's
definitely not.
something different.
I want to see that Millennium Falcon up close.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know there's a new Indiana Jones movie? In June 9th, 2021 is its announced release date. And Harrison Ford is back. When Harrison Ford was asked about what happens to Han Solo when I die, he said he dies. Or not Han Solo, but what happens to Indiana Jones when he dies? He goes, when Harrison Ford dies, he goes, he dies with me. I'm Indiana Jones.
Well, you know, the only reason why he's doing Indiana Jones is because he owns part of the right to the character. That's why he didn't want to do Han Solo. He never liked the character, and he didn't own any part of it. That's why he was so reluctant to come back to it. But with Indiana Jones, oh yeah, I'll do it again because I own part of the
I think that's funny because that
franchise
means
or whatever.
that means that when he dies, Indiana Jones dies. I find that kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like he apparently it's not a bluff. If what you say is correct, it's not a bluff. He's like, I'm holding it hostage,
Pretty much.
unless his family sells the rights.
Ooh,
I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, probably.
depends on how it's written in his
Yeah.
will, who gets it.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't. They shouldn't. They didn't do an adamant job with the fourth one. They should just leave it where it's
So
at.
they should just stop.
I enjoyed the fourth one. I'm like the dissenter though.
It was not an Indiana Jones adventure. It was a money maker. It wasn't meant to be part of the adventure. Like none of the classic Indiana Jones themes or anything were in there.
Like what?
Well, like there wasn't like the big. I don't know. There's a video on it I watched about it.
I thought it was all right
Eh.
as a movie. I've seen movies do weirder things. Okay, Shia LaBeouf swinging through the forest, that was weird. I mean, keeping up with cars, swinging on vines, not gonna happen. But let dreamers dream. I can ignore things like that. But overall, it wasn't like people were so upset about the aliens, and I was like,
It's not in the spirit.
I felt it was. We're going through ruins.
Well, if you rewatch it, it's just a money maker. Like there wasn't any soul in it. Steven Spielberg didn't want to do it in the first place, and you can clearly see that. Like he gave in to every single thing George Lucas wanted to do. He's like, oh, whatever, let's do it.
And then there should have been walkie-talkies in place of their guns.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, shadows.
It'd be feedback, because they're too close together. Ah!
Shadow says he felt that the Crystal Skull it felt gimmicky.
Yeah. There you go. It was.
I enjoyed it.
It did. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy.
I'm easy to please with a movie.
Here's the thing: is I didn't. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, but it did feel gimmicky.
Yeah. Yep.
You can still enjoy something and it still be bad.
I didn't
or
even
not
know you'd
good.
seen it.
I want to start
because we've never watched it together.
Yes, we have.
No, not the Crystal Skull.
Yes, we
When?
did. We've been dating a long time.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of things together.
I don't think we saw that one.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Huh.
Because otherwise I wouldn't have watched it.
Because you wouldn't have cared?
I wouldn't have cared.
I don't know. I hope they do him justice and they wrap him up, though.
Well, see, the thing is,
they're gonna put him in a. That's how they're gonna finish the series. They're gonna put him in a museum.
another thing is,
Shia LaBeouf's gonna stab him and push him off a cliff.
like, they never reiterated that Indy will live forever. Because with the Holy Grail,
Yeah.
he's been blessed to live forever, and they never reapproached that.
in a museum.
No. I see what they did there. No, but like they should have approached that, like mentioned it, like
I guess.
like. And what happened to Sean Connery? They said that he died. How did he die? He was supposed to live forever too. So did he get shot, stabbed, or something?
I was like, yeah, it's only like death as far as
Anyway,
like,
I mean that's
natural death.
I mean that's nitpicky stuff, but it's like what are they gonna do with the character now with the 5th movie?
I have no idea. Curious.
Stick him in a
That's why I'm
museum.
curious.
He's gonna be on his deathbed.
He's like,
I belong in a museum.
Because no one's asking for it, but I don't hear any hype about it either. So it's like, who's the movie for? Who's the target demographic?
That's another thing.
That's why I'm curious to see it, because I'm wondering if that allow it to go to that. I like I said, I enjoy the 4th movie. I'll give you, it does not feel like your traditional Indiana Jones in any means.
Yeah.
But it does have that cheesy action to it.
Yeah, it did have that.
It's got that cheesy action that I always enjoyed. So I was able to overlook some of the things that were just stupid. Because I'm like, whatever.
I mean,
if anything, it's a pee break in a long movie.
The fire ant death was pretty cool. I have to admit, that was pretty cool.
Or Shia fighting with what's her name.
Oh,
the
sword fight, that was
funny. It was silly.
Yeah, it was very silly.
Yeah, Shadow says he's curious if the pulp action film still works today, though. He says he's kind of wondering if the Uncharted movie would be Hollywood's test for the the new genre. For the genre.
That's interesting.
I didn't even know Uncharted was
Yeah,
getting
like
a movie.
I think I remember hearing about it.
It would have to be.
But it's not. I've not heard anything about it recently.
I think it depends on how gritty it is. Like
I didn't know Uncharted was getting a movie. The only Uncharted I ever completed was the PS Vita one.
Tom Holland, I think, is
Nathan Drake.
Maybe.
I think he's a little skinny to be Nathan Drake.
Maybe I could be wrong, but he's in some type of adventure movie coming out, or maybe it did come out already. I don't know. But I think if it's gritty, like the original Indiana Jones movies, or like a pulp movie, then it'll work. Like if it's like a Tarantino where there's blood and shit, like that's what I want to see. I don't want this PG-13. Like give me like a R-rated adventure pulp movie, and I'll be good.
I don't need one. I don't care for Quentin Tarantino's over the top tactics. It's entertaining once. I just don't care for it after. Like Kill Bill was fun one time.
Okay.
But
I like I watch them for the dialogue.
It's unnecessary, gratuitous violence, and not in a. Because it's meant to be serious, I can't enjoy it because to me it's comical.
So, are you a Evil Dead fan then? Because that's like over the top gore humor.
No, not Evil. I didn't enjoy the Evil Dead so much. I liked Army of Darkness.
Okay, yeah,
that one was funny.
Okay.
And that one wasn't like stupid over the top.
Yeah, like those little miniature what's this little ashes beating them up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
You don't know? Okay.
Yeah, I know. She needs help. But no, that's just kind of how I feel about that.
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
That's cool.
Over the top, just it's good once, but for me, there's no reason to go back because at some point, to me, it's just comedy.
Okay, I got
We should probably move along here in our last few minutes.
Okay.
Because we could talk about Disney stuff all day. I'll keep it
we'll
up.
Be here all day.
Um,
But Shadow does says he likes the idea of a more gritty Indiana.
Yeah.
More realistic.
I guess.
Yeah.
He's too old to do it though. He's 80 this year.
That'd be fine.
I mean, for Christ's sake, he broke his leg on the Millennium Falcon filming the 7th episode of Star Wars.
Well, that's because the set fell on him. So like that would break anybody's leg.
No, what I'm
or
saying,
was it the door slammed on his something with the
Anyway,
somehow he had to get his door caught in that, or his door. He had to get his leg caught in that
he got
door.
his door
Okay.
caught in the legs.
He must be related to PewDiePie. He has no legs.
He's got no legs.
He has doors instead.
But yeah, the last topic though was
The Mario Kart game. I'm hearing a lot of people upset about this.
for phones.
Yes, for
For
phones. Yes.
phones.
Well, let's be clear.
Mario Kart Tour.
Okay.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
That's
People are upset because to drive the cart, like, okay, so the leaks are showing, like, you drive the cart with your thumb. You literally sift back and forth to turn,
okay.
and gas is automatic, as I would expect from a mobile.
So there'd be no drifting then, I assume.
No, I don't know. We don't know enough about it. It's in closed beta.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people are upset because like microtransactions, it's not live racing allegedly. Based on data consumption rates, it seems that it's more of time trials. Which I mean, if you do like real like certain kinds of racing, time trial is the definitive I'm the better driver. That's why it's preferred.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to do I'm the better driver in a group of drivers, yeah, you got to do something like NASCAR, but generally time is the measure of the better driver.
Yeah.
So
I just wonder.
I don't see an issue with racing against other people's times. It populates the track with other people's ghosts, it seems. So you are racing somebody.
That's not live.
Yes.
Which would save on data.
Yes.
And streaming it.
Yes, and people are kind of upset about this. I'm like,
is it a free game though? Like,
yes, it's supposed to be free to play.
Then,
that's what I was kind of like. I was
then
like,
just don't. It's no skin off your back.
Apparently, there's gonna be some kind of loot box mechanic. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be.
It's probably for like skins for like carts and.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with those kind of things. And like if any game company I'm gonna trust with a mobile game, it's gonna be Nintendo. I actually pulled up like a ton of sources, as you can see across my thing here.
There you go.
Where just different instances of people covering the same. Well, not that one. People covering the same story of Nintendo going to DENA and their parent companies and the people that they work with for their mobile games to say, look, you need to raise rates on drops and stop pushing for people to spend money. They're not about making all the money. There's an optic they want to maintain. And I think, that as a company whose primary motive to exist, its function for existing is to generate money, that's pretty cool to go, dude, chill out.
We don't need.
Yeah.
We don't need you to push it this far. Well, because I think they do understand like a lot of kids do play that game, and like I said, it's like kind of like we talked last time. It does build those habits.
Yeah.
Of, well, in order to win, I got to spend all this money.
I mean, and pay to win, like I said, it's got its place. I mean, obviously, I don't think pay to win should be available to minors, just because.
But monitoring that would be a headache.
Oh yeah, it would be a headache, but that's why that falls to the parents too.
Yeah, you have to take responsibility.
But if you find out that but if the company finds out it's a minor doing it, they should shut the account down and, if possible, contact parents and
probably more suspended.
Yeah, suspend so that. Because I'm curious how that works. Because if the minor was not authorized to spend that money, then I guess they're liable. I mean, it's no skin off their back. It's digital content. They can just refund it back to the card and just erase the account. No worries there.
Yeah.
But I don't see the big deal. To me, that's kind of neat. I mean, at least I know I'm still technically, in a sense, racing against somebody's ability to play that same track.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just curious. I mean, it does seem weird because you're not going to have those goofy. It seems that you wouldn't be able to apply the goofy antics of throwing items around the track, things like that. Unless the items are now just time penalties. For instance, if you throw a turtle shell and hit somebody, it adds time to their track run.
Okay.
I don't see that working. Like, it's an interesting idea, but I don't see that working.
Well, I mean, all it is like, so you would
I just
estimate
imagine.
how long are
Oh,
you
yeah.
stopped by a turtle
No,
shell?
I get the concept of it. I just don't think it's. I don't know. I don't think they'll implement that.
I mean, it's Mario Kart. It's got to have some kind of funky
No,
mechanic
it's
like that.
probably gonna just. It's probably literally. I'm gonna imagine it's probably gonna literally just be the time trials.
It'll probably be
There's probably gonna
Mario,
be
the Mario Run game, but
it's
kart version.
what this is probably gonna end up being is there's probably gonna be obstacles in the way. There's probably gonna be things that are gonna slow you down. And then it's probably gonna be literally just like the time mode, like the time trials on Mario Kart. That's what I imagine it being. Only there's gonna be obstacles. There's gonna be like little shortcuts. I'm sure you could probably take like little.
You have to figure them out.
Yeah,
That's
you have
got
to
me
you have to
thinking
figure
about
them
the
out.
Mario Kart ride
So,
at Universal.
That's the thing is like I don't think that they're gonna add anything like that necessarily. Like, that's a neat idea, but I don't think that they're going to do that. Because at that point you're messing with other people's scores.
Yeah.
But I do think that, like I said, it's probably gonna be like the time trials for Mario Kart, just with like more obstacles in the way, more like hidden paths, different options that you can go, and you have to figure out which one gets you there the fastest or which one works best for you.
Maybe. We'll see, but it's in beta. I just wanted to kind of touch on that because I thought that's silly to be upset. Because if there's one company that's actually gone and said, knock that crap off, it's been Nintendo. They don't want it to go overboard. One, because it hurts their image, thus their bottom line. Two, they're still about fun. Nintendo's still got that Nintendo flair.
I think it's the squeaky wheel syndrome happening.
What's that?
The squeaky wheel gets the oil. So like,
but what's our squeaking wheel here? That's where I'm confused.
It's a small group of people making.
Oh, I got you. Now I follow. I thought you were talking about something Nintendo was doing. Like, what about their actions?
No, okay. It's the consumer. Like,
that's how tired I am. I can't even put together what you're saying.
Yeah, but like this is like it's like you're saying it's not that big of a deal, and they're upfront about everything. So it's like a small subgroup of people that
technically the people are under a non-disclosure agreement about this beta they're in. They're not supposed to be sharing it.
Oh, okay. So someone's getting spanked.
Yeah, well, maybe.
They figured out who did it.
At this point, it's irrelevant.
You're out of here.
I mean, yeah, the worst you can do at this point, like, depending on what kind of waiver you sign, because I've read non-disclosure agreements.
Okay.
Because I've been in betas before, and they can come after you legally. It is a contract you are agreeing to.
They're not supposed to give out any information.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so someone's getting the boot, probably.
Yeah, at least out of the beta. I mean, most of the time, companies are pretty like, yeah, whatever. But
they know it's gonna happen.
They put NDAs in there as a protection.
I can understand.
It's like renewing your copyright, even if you don't care for the character, because in order to maintain control of the character, you still have to hold the copyright.
Yeah.
But if you don't renew it, you can't get it back. So you just got to keep doing it. Oh, that's funny. Like, on a little tidbit, I heard, speaking of, like, bringing things back, Coke is apparently bringing back New Coke for nostalgia's sake.
What the heck is New Coke?
So, apparently, at one point, the Coke was about to run out on its copyright, or its patent, right?
Yeah, so they changed the formula.
So they changed the formula to re-up the patent, and apparently it tasted like ass.
Yeah.
And so
that's why I can't say original. They
called it New Coke.
Yeah.
And then they brought back Coke Classic.
Yeah, there's classic and original.
I just know about New Coke, but apparently they're bringing back New Coke for nostalgia's sake.
That's torture.
And everyone's kind of like, nobody liked this.
It's like
even you didn't like it when you made it.
It's like Pepsi bringing back Crystal Pepsi. No one liked it.
What's wrong with it? It was just Pepsi with no coloring.
That's weird.
If anything, that seems healthier.
It's a Coke. Yes, but it's a Coke.
No, that sounds nice because
it's like eating a water bottle. It's like eating green ketchup. It's just kind of hard to do.
Exactly.
I don't like the green ketchup.
The aesthetic doesn't quite match.
No, what you're used to.
That purple ketchup that they did so long ago. That was like nauseating to eat for some reason.
The dye. Well, it's like the dyes that they use.
Probably because it reminded you of the ooze from the Power Ranger movie.
That doesn't bother me. And that was pink. That was Ivan Ooze.
Wasn't he purple?
Oh.
He was purple, but the ooze was pink.
Oh, sorry. I'm remembering it.
No,
Oh.
was it? It was
No,
pink when it lit up.
Okay, gotcha.
I think the ooze was purple.
Yeah, in its ooze form.
Hmm.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get some of that Coke. See if it still tastes like ass.
Yeah, that could be like our YouTube
That'll be-
thing. It's
For
like,
the stream.
For the stream.
no, we could do it for YouTube, like our YouTube exclusive content.
Okay.
That we're thumbing through.
That'd be.
Taste testing thing.
Taste testing.
I'm down for that.
We're gonna
Oh, we could mock those food channels.
I'm bringing.
Like get a camera, mount it in the car, and record it.
Oh, God.
Those
We're gonna be those people.
If we're doing a parody, I'm cool with it. But if
It's gonna become a thing.
oh,
It's gonna start off as a joke, and then we're gonna become. It's gonna become a weekly thing, and
It'll
then we're
still
gonna
be funny to
and
do
then
it
we're gonna
regardless.
do it all the time.
if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna start bringing home cooked meals with me. Like, oh, they're so
No.
good.
We're gonna throw it out the
Hidden
window.
Yeah.
That's gonna be part of the joke. Is we're gonna just throw your food out the window. Like,
This food is too good for you to eat that.
Yes.
oh, shut up. So will it be the old new Coke? Yeah, technically.
Yeah. New old Coke.
How are they gonna label that? I guess
New
he's
old stock.
he would have to.
What they call it? They called it new Coke.
Yeah, they could call it new old
They're gonna
stock.
call it.
Yeah, he's
the,
right.
Yeah, the,
That
the
is what it
old.
would be.
It's the old new Coke.
No.
Classic new Coke.
Oh God, they're falling down the Wii U.
It's not Coke Classic, it's classic new Coke.
They're falling down the Wii U rabbit hole now, where it's terrible naming. It's
Just
like,
bad marketing.
What? Or the new 3DS. People get so good, like, oh, what? Aren't they all new? Yes,
Yeah,
but
I understand. I understand it, but that's just a thing that happens in Japan.
it doesn't work here though. People just don't get it.
That's because
The new Nintendo 3DS. Isn't this a new? Aren't these all new systems?
it's like
yes.
it's like them putting Ray in front.
Huh?
It's like them putting Ray in front of everything. R-E, so re. So- and they do it to signify redoing something, a
Yeah.
remastering.
Yeah.
When re means regarding. So Ray Life is
It just-
regarding life
just doesn't-
in an English abbreviation.
It just
Oh.
doesn't work.
I never thought about that.
here.
Yeah, so the way they use some of their abbreviations or the way they name some things is just based on the way they do it in their own language. They're just using English.
Gotcha. Okay.
On a final note, I really wish we had gotten the Giant King slime.
I can get one, $60 still
Yeah,
new.
It's so
Yeah,
expensive.
Just order it.
That's not. I mean, yeah,
That's
relative to the 30 we
expensive.
would have paid while we were in Japan, but it's worth it.
These are still really cute though.
I liked it.
They're adorable.
I really wish I could get me in one of the Attack on Titan capes, because I got the jacket and now I just got to lose some weight so I can wear it, because I bought the last one in stock.
Yeah, you did. But
Hey, I almost bought the
the swords.
swords. It was only like $1,100.
We couldn't have brought those back with us.
I think I shipped them.
If
I
they're
know,
not going to allow water on the plane, they're not going to allow those swords on the plane.
Well, I mean, they're not real. It's a full size prop.
Yeah, they were just
Even
replicas.
still, if
Like it
they're-
had all the harnesses and everything for the legs,
even still, if they're not allowing water,
but I
on
can
a
ship
plane,
it.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
that
it was just a slime. No, oh, what the cup?
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's from
The
the
little-
Dragon Quest in Japan. They did a
You should-
Dragon Quest
hold it up.
ride. Well, walk through experience, and we got stuck with some a-holes that wouldn't play the game.
Right, I was so mad about that.
Yeah, we could have beat that dragon.
Right, they were just like, it's like play. I should have grabbed the remotes and started swinging both of them.
You're like the kids from Hook. Play.
What?
You pull out a knife.
Play.
Play.
You pull out a knife. Play.
That's what I felt like, man.
Right, it's so annoying. But anyway, it is.
Because we killed everything else, didn't we?
Yeah.
But that dragon.
But that dragon. 'Cause they were just like, ah.
No, one of the dudes was literally just standing there going.
It was dumb. I was
So
mad.
why would you get in line for something you don't know what it is?
Or you
not
don't care
try to
about,
participate.
and then ruin it for everybody else.
I wonder if he was just pranking everybody.
No,
I
dude, it
I
was
should've
just
slapped him.
an older Indian couple and the dude with them. So they didn't they didn't speak English.
Or
And the cards that they gave you for to teach you how to do the moves with the sword hilt, were in English and Japanese.
Yep.
Okay.
So they didn't really know what to do, but they weren't even attempting to mime people around them.
We can.
He literally stood there and talked to her during it.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm kind of like, I appreciate you wanting to see this, but like this is supposed to be not involved, but like this is supposed to be an RPG. You're role playing. We get to be part of the game as to walk through the set pieces to battle against animatronics, and you're fucking it up for everybody.
Yeah, it was super upsetting.
I was just angry.
It was very upsetting, but it is 9:32. I do have to start getting going to work, so
okay.
unfortunately,
And the audio or the video went down at some point.
Oh, we're still up. Your video may have cut out, but we're still up on.
Oh,
So,
that's what matters.
thanks
So
for joining
we
us.
appreciate you joining us and listen to us kind
Rant.
of just rant and talk about whatever. It's been a tiring morning, so
Right.
It's
we
been a
appreciate you putting up with
long
it.
week.
Oh yeah, that too. So we're gonna be back again on Monday.
Yep.
Crystal Chronicles is coming soon. I promise. I've not forgotten.
Yep.
We're just trying to get things worked out, and we've also picked up some more party games for the stream. I want to be doing more rando streams to let off steam because school's coming up, and I'm probably gonna lose my mind.
We can talk about that on Monday. a
So
little bit.
keep an eye out for those. I am doing a Fatal Frame 2 playthrough. Not today. I'm too tired. I'm going to take a nap. But it'll generally be me, and Bud, me, and Laura. Maybe all three of us from time to time.
Possibly.
But
Maybe
so if
in
you're
the side.
interested in the Fatal Frame series, we are playing from that start to finish, and I will be playing every version of Fatal Frame. So we start with the first, playing the second right now. Then I'll play the third.
Okay.
Then we'll play the Wii remake, then 4, 5, and then we'll go back and play 2 in first person mode.
Good
So we're
Lord,
playing 2
that's so
3
much.
times.
Alrighty, guys. Yeah. Well.
Have a good day, all. Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Where's that button? Oh, buttons don't.
Buttons don't work.
Buttons don't work. Goodbye.